So one of those major races, they could decide the Senate balance of power, Maryland, where a Republican has not won a Senate seat in 44 years, but there's never been a Republican, I don't think, in my lifetime like Governor Larry Hogan. Our next guest is going to change that, and he is going against Angelo Brooks, who has a slight lead, perhaps, in some of the polls, but there hasn't been an extensive amount of polling. Governor, Republican, successful in Maryland. Why do you think you could be successful and win like you did the governor's mansion? Why do you think you can do it in the Senate?
Well, Brian, I think we're going to be the biggest surprise upset in the country on Tuesday night, and we are out there working hard. Look, the voters of Maryland know me, and they know after 8 years that I'm going to be a guy that stands up to try to represent all the people of our state, that I'm sort of a strong independent leader that is going to do the best job I can representing everyone, and we have to put together a winning coalition of not just Republicans and independents, but also a pretty big chunk of Democrats, and that's what I did 2 times as governor. I'm only the second Republican governor reelected in 248 years, so it's hard to do in our state. But we, as you point out, we haven't had a Republican senator since 1980, but it's a toss-up race right now, and we're feeling really strong. So,
Governor, you consider yourself a conservative, but your state isn't. How do you decide when to vote then? How to vote then?
Well, you know, I stand up and try to push the things I can get done. I'm the only governor in America to get a Democratic legislature to cut taxes, and we did it 8 years in a row by $4.7 billion. We took our economy from 49th out of 50 states to number 6, the biggest economic turnaround in America. And it turns out, Democrats like that too. And I'm back in the blue and getting tough on violent criminals. I'm for securing the border, and those are things that even Democrats in my state agree with.
I know you and the president have, the former president, have clashed in the past. Where do you agree?
Well, he did a great job on the economy. There's no question about that. And I think the number one issue in this campaign right now in our state, just like it is in the rest of the country, is people are concerned about affordability, inflation, the cost of nearly everything, as the cost of housing, the cost of groceries, cost of energy. And I think, we do agree on a lot of economic policy. So
I just noticed in terms of the stakes, it couldn't be higher. Because Republicans, if they get the majority, no one's talking about getting rid of the filibuster. No one's going to add 2 states. No one's getting rid of the Electoral College. But Democrats are on the record. Yeah. They want to do all 3. In fact, Senator Ron Wyden is already moving on that. Do you emphasize that on the stump?
No, it's people aren't really talking about that much on the stump, but that's what the Democrats are threatening to do. And, I think it's really important. I'm a guy who believes we need less partisanship rather than more, and jamming things through on one vote as opposed to keeping the filibuster where you have to find bipartisan cooperation and reach across the aisle to get things done. I'm going to protect the filibuster, and I think Democrats are making a big mistake on that. We shouldn't be able to jam things through on a partisan vote.
And you consider yourself the model of maybe what Joe Manchin was able to do in the Senate. You consider that your template?
Well, Joe Manchin's a very good friend. He and I were working together on a group called No Labels and with the Problem Solvers Caucus. And Joe actually came out and endorsed me, which I'm proud to have his endorsement. In our, we're in a more than 2-to-1 Democratic state, and have my next door neighbor, Democratic senator, get on board. I think it was a big help for our campaign.
Yeah, he's a great person. Governor, best of luck. You're trying to buck the odds, but you have the profile to do it. And I think a lot of Democrats seem very nervous about it. Governor,
they're getting nervous. Thank you, Brian.
Governor Larry Hogan wearing the lucky vest.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.